Hello everybody and welcome to Comics Illustrated. Today we're going to be taking a look at Pitt #1 from Image Comics 1992. One of the second wave of Image titles and one of my favorite Image comics. Art-wise, definitely one of the best. At the time, I think my favorite Image book was probably Savage Dragon, Spawn. I liked everything though at the time. I think now looking back, Pitt definitely holds up as one of the best comics that Image put out. I have all 20 issues of this series. Eventually, Dale Keown self-published it under his company Full Bleed, and it went 20 issues. The series ended in 1999. A few days ago, Ethan Van Sciver had Dale Keown on his live stream, did an extensive interview with him. It was a really good interview. However you feel about Ethan, I know he's a controversial figure in comics, but it was a really good interview, a good live stream. And just yesterday, it was announced that Pitt would be returning sometime soon. It will be published by Ethan Van Sciver's company, All Caps Comics. And they're going to be doing a new Pitt series, possibly an omnibus with all 20 of the older issues. I'm not really sure exactly what they're going to do, but there's going to be new Pitt comics coming soon after over 20-year hiatus. And that's something to be excited about. Let's take a look at this comic. This cover is iconic. I remember when it hit the stands. I was working at a comic book store at the time. I thought this was one of the greatest comics to come along. In the interview with Ethan Van Sciver, Dale talked about how he created the character, and it's pretty funny. He basically, he was working on Incredible Hulk for Marvel right before this, and he basically wanted to create a character that was similar to the Hulk, but he threw in a little bit of Wolverine with the claws, and a little bit of Lobo with that kind of heavy metal look. He basically took 3 of the most popular characters at the time, combined them, added his own little flair to it, and came up with a really cool concept for a comic book. He's a big badass alien who's come to Earth. And let's take a look inside. This is the first time I've looked at this book in a long time. This is the original copy that I bought in 1992 when it came out. Still have it after all these years, and it's in very good condition. Well, I mean, I'd say it's in better than very good, maybe near mint. All right, crack it open, and here we have from Full Bleed Studios, pencils and inks, Dale Keown, writer Brian Houghton, letterer Chance Wolfe, colorist Joe Chiodo, editor Sasha Lemlin, color separator Oli Optics, and pinups by Sam Keith and Jim Somerville. Respectfully dedicated to Jack Kirby and Joe Sinnott. I think a lot of the original Image books were dedicated to Jack Kirby, which makes a lot of sense. And thank you to the Image guys and gals. Pitt. So, let's take a look at the first page here, opening up with a motorcycle gang drinking and driving. What the expletive. Alright. And there's Pitt. He's naked. And this page is really cool. I love this arm. Like you're not seeing, the character reveal, a shot from the back, just his feet walking, and these motorcycle guys are like, what's up with this big naked dude? But they don't realize what they're in for here. This arm is crazy though, like the cross hatching and stuff. The coloring in this book, now that I'm looking back on it, I mean it's 1992, so we're in the early days of computer coloring. It gets a little muddy and dark in some places, but that's to be expected. And also the printing, this isn't the best. It's almost like it's not newsprint, but it's like I don't know what kind of paper stock this is, but it's not glossy. It's hard to, I don't know, but it's not the best paper quality, but it's still, those early Image comics weren't, they were top of the line for back then, and they still hold up. I mean, it looks great, don't get me wrong, but like the printing could be a little better. It's like, that's my only nitpick about it. Some of the art gets a little muddy, but like look at that page. That's so cool. I love this biker. He's got the spiked ball and chain. That's always a weapon that was around in 1992. But Pitt, he's kicking some ass. They're, these bikers probably shouldn't have messed with this, 8 foot tall, maybe more than 8 foot, 10 foot tall, alien. But he's got the long hair like Lobo. That's now that I didn't really think about it back then, but now that, obviously he's a big hulking character, and I thought of that, but I didn't really think of the Wolverine and Lobo connection. But for the time, he definitely, and he has the chains and stuff too. That makes sense. But yeah, Dale, in the interview with Ethan, he talked about how he used a number 2 brush to ink most of this stuff, and that he wasn't that confident with his brush work, so he used a lot of white media, a lot of whiteout and stuff. And I'm trying to see where that was applied, but with all this coloring, it's really hard to tell. Probably in stuff like this with the speed lines, he probably ran some white, with a ruler. Not sure. I'll try to find it as I look over this, but like I said, it's been years since I've looked at this comic, and that's one of the cool things about what I want to do with this channel is kind of go back. I did it with Spawn #1. I definitely want to do all of the Image first issues, and figured this was a good time to do the Pitt #1, because for one, it's one of my favorite Image comics, but also it's just a timely video since the announcement was just made that Pitt is coming back. I'm pretty excited about that. I remember this comic for the first time, and an awesome double page spread. Of course, you need to turn it sideways to view it in all of its glory, and that's pretty awesome. He's great at cross hatching and lighting, and the coloring really helps too with that underlighting. I love it. So the kid wakes up. I think his name's Timmy. I can't remember. It's been a long time. He wakes up from a nightmare. So was that all a dream? So we cut to police precinct, and we have Detective Bobby Harris, who is named after Marvel editors Bobby Chase and Bob Harris, I'm assuming. And we have to, if there's a monster who's loose in the city, beating up on bikers and whatnot, you have to have some kind of police force that is investigating the crime, and that's what's going on here. They have some photo. Man, this printing really got muddy here on the lettering. Like, wow. See what I'm saying about the? Okay, right here. It's like the lettering is like blurring together. Way heavy on the black. That's what you can tell, and even in the color separations, like look at yeah, that printing is very like the coloring is good. Like you can tell it's well done. I just think the printing could have been a lot better. You never know. Maybe they'll do an omnibus and reprint this stuff, and it'll look a lot better. And now I think this is somewhere in outer space, and we have some aliens talking, and then there's an explosion. The Creed. Breach, sound the alarm. Jared, get back. Yeah, that was the evil. I think that's what Pitt is. He's one of the Creed, and they are introducing basically the bad guys of the series. And yeah, I think he's like a Creed who landed on Earth. I'm gonna have to go back and read a lot of these because I don't remember everything. I just remember that I really liked it. Like, the artwork, wow, it was really good. The aliens have arrived and they're looking for Pitt, and that's a cool double-page spread. Dispatch, this is Jack Smithers. How about that backup? Yeah, they're gonna need it. Look at that. Really cool stuff. So here's an ad for, what is this? Oh, this was like an original art dealer, and they represented Dale Keown, Eric Larson, Mark Silvestri, Paul Mounts. Cool. So was this 92 or 93? It says copyright 1993. January 93, so it came out in 92 though. Yeah. And a cool pinup by Sam Keith, who also launched the Max at this time, and he's a great artist as well. I definitely want to showcase some comics by him on this channel. We'll get into it. And this is, who is this? Jim Somerville. I don't really remember I know the name, but I can't really remember what comics he did, but it's pretty cool. Alright, I think that's about it. The rest is just some ads. Wizard Magazine, number 15. That's another comic that was hot at the time. Well, all Image comics were hot. Wetworks, Wildcats, Spawn, obviously. Wow, Image was getting a lot of coverage in Wizard Magazine. They knew what was up. Then we have the Malibu Comics ads, and The Mighty Magnor by Sergio Aragones and Mark Evanier. Just didn't have the same appeal to, 17-year-old me at the time. I liked, my brother was into Gru. I never really got into it back then. Dinosaurs for Hire, I actually kind of thought this was cool, but still doesn't really live up to the Image guys stuff, and that's probably why Image ended up leaving Malibu not too long after this, and then Malibu was acquired by Marvel and basically put into purgatory. But that's Pitt number 1. Really great series, and I'm excited that it's coming back. I can't wait. I will definitely be backing that crowdfunder, and very cool. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel for more comic book art related content like this. I will be going over a lot more of the Image Comics first issues in the upcoming month or so. And leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Is Dale Keown going to All Caps Comics, good or bad? I'm sure a lot of people will have something to say about the topic. They've already been going crazy on Twitter and social media. Dale Keown's Comicsgate. Ooh, oh no. So we'll see what happens. My comic book, Kill Reaver, is still available on Indiegogo. There is a link in the description of this video. If you are a fan of the channel a fan of cool comics with cool art, have a look at Kill Reaver. I think you will like what you see, and hopefully you will back it. We are going to be fulfilling very soon. I'm finishing it up right now, working on the coloring and the lettering, and we're getting it done. Alright guys, I appreciate you watching, and as always, have a great day, and bye! My name is Randy Siplon, creator, writer, and artist of Kill Reaver. Kill Reaver is a love letter to the fantasy worlds of my youth, from comics, movies, and games. I'm so excited to bring this project to life. Working on this book has been a dream come true. Kill Reaver is going to be an awesome thrill ride of a comic. Won't you come along with me and enter the realm of the Kill Reaver? Kill Reaver number 1, a 40-page full-color epic fantasy comic, only on